County Board of Education is called to order. This evening, we have assistance with our Pledge of Allegiance. We have with us this evening Cadet Chief Master Sergeant Elijah Nesbitt from the Mount Zion High School Air Force Junior ROTC Unit. Board members, in accordance with Board Policy BH, it is the duty of every board member to avoid both conflicts of interest and appearance of such conflicts. Does any board member have any known conflict of interest or appearance of such conflict with respect to any matter scheduled to come before the board at this meeting or appearing on our proposed agenda? If so, please identify the conflict or appearance of conflict and refrain from participation in the matter involved. We have several strikeouts this evening, if you will. First of all, we have no one who has signed up for public participation, so we will not have that this evening. We have no board recognitions this evening, and we have no public officials that are here, but I would like to recognize a public official. Each year during Women's History Month, our legislative delegation is asked to nominate an outstanding lady to receive the Distinguished Service Award. And this year, Representative Valencia Stovall nominated one of our own, Miss Jessie Gorey, and she will be honored tomorrow, I believe, at the Capitol for this Distinguished Service Award. So would you join me in congratulating Miss Gorey? Board members, we didn't strike out an executive session. We do need an executive session to discuss potential litigation. So I do need a motion to go into executive session. Dr. Anderson?
Madam Chair, can we go into executive session to discuss a potential litigation?
Okay, and Ms. Burrows?
I second the motion.
Okay, and board members, if you would vote. And it is unanimous. Thank you so much. We only have litigation, so we shouldn't be too very long. Thank you for being patient. The board is back from executive session where we discussed litigation or potential litigation. Now we'll turn to our vice chair, Dr. Alika Anderson, for the announcements.
Good evening, Madam Chair, board members, district administrators, and citizens of Clayton County. Here are the announcements for the month of March. The third month of the calendar year serves as American Red Cross Month, National Nutrition Month, National Social Work Month, and National Women's History Month. Registration for the 2015-2016 pre-K lottery is being held at each pre-K site through Friday, March 6th. A child must be 4 years of age on or before September 1st of this year to qualify for the Georgia pre-K program. Registration hours are 8:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. and 1 o'clock p.m. to 3 o'clock p.m. The district's Department of Transportation will conduct a bus driver job fair on Friday, March 16th at the Carl Rotenizer Recreation Center at 3499 Rex Road. The job fair will begin at 9 o'clock a.m. The 2015 Clayton Regional Science and Engineering Fair will be held Saturday, March 7th at Morrow Middle School, 5934 Trammell Road in Morrow. Registration will begin at 9 o'clock a.m. The Science and Engineering Fair Award ceremony will take place Monday, March 9th at the district's Performing Arts Center. At 2530 Mount Zion Parkway in Jonesboro, Georgia. The ceremony begins at 7 o'clock p.m. The final of the district's professional learning days for the 2014-15 school year will take place on Wednesday, March 11th. The schedule for the early dismissal of our students is as follows. All primary and elementary schools except Unidos will dismiss at 1:15. Unidos Elementary will dismiss at 2 o'clock. Middle schools and elite scholars will dismiss at 2:30. High schools will dismiss at 2 p.m. Eddie White Academy at 1:25. And finally, Ash Street will dismiss at 2 o'clock. The school board and superintendent will hold a retreat on Saturday, March 14th at the Professional Learning Center at 1087 Battle Creek Road in Jonesboro. The retreat will begin at 8:30 a.m. On March 14th, Clayton County Public Schools will host its annual Title I federal program Educating, Engaging, and Empowering E3 conference at M.D. Roberts Middle School beginning at 9 o'clock a.m. Again, that is on March 14th. This parent and community conference focuses on Georgia's newest assessment system, the Georgia Milestones Assessment System. The conference will introduce parents and guardians to many of the resources that are available to help students prepare better for the Georgia Milestones test. The Clayton County Public Schools Citizens Budget Committee will meet on Thursday, March 17th at 6 o'clock p.m. at the Professional Learning Center on Battle Creek Road. The Clayton County Department of Exceptional Students district-wide Fall Parent University Workshop is scheduled for Saturday, March 28th at Drew High School at 6237 Garden Walk Boulevard in Riverdale. The theme is Connecting to Opportunities. The workshop will begin at 9 o'clock a.m. Also on Saturday, March 28th, a CTAE College and Career Expo will be held at Drew High School. The expo will begin at 9 o'clock a.m. and will conclude at noon. The March board work session is scheduled for Monday, March 30th at 6 o'clock p.m. The meeting will be held here in the boardroom. The district will observe spring break, April 6th through the 10th. All schools and offices will be closed. Again, spring break will be April 6th through 10th. And finally, the April board meeting will be held here in the boardroom on Tuesday, April 13th at 6 o'clock p.m. Again, April 13th at 6 o'clock p.m. Madam Chair, this concludes tonight's announcements. And at this time, I'm going to ask that everyone please take a special moment of silence. Beverly Hall, who was the Atlanta Public School System's superintendent, has passed. And I would just like for all of us to please take a 30-second moment of silence for Dr. Hall. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for your participation in this moment of silence.
Ms. Gorey.
Actually, that was what I had my light on for, too, Madam Chair, but I wasn't sure. Did we recognize also Dr. Seuss's birthday today?
I don't think we did. We usually get a hat out of that.
I usually have a hat. I started to bring my book, but since I'm having a little cold here, I'll just do it at the end of the month. But anyway, it is Dr. Seuss's birthday.
If you'll
Read
remind me
across
next year,
America.
Ms. Gorey, we'll all wear our hats. That'd be
Okay.
fun. That'd be a fun thing to do.
All right.
Board members, we're down to the approval of the minutes. We have minutes before us for the board work session of January the 26th and the board meeting of February the 2nd. Are there any additions or changes, corrections to the minutes as you have read them? Then seeing none, the boards will be recorded as they have been written. It's time for the superintendent's report.
Thank you and good evening, Madam Chair, Madam Vice Chair, members of the board, community members. Congratulations to the defending state champion Jonesboro High School mock trial team. On Saturday, February 28th, the Cardinals earned the right to defend their crown by defeating Eagles Landing High School in the championship round, our district competition. Jonesboro will now compete for the state title as one of 8 teams from across the state at the Gwinnett Justice Center in Lawrenceville on March 14th, and we wish them the best of luck. During the month of February, the district held a series of public information sessions to discuss the flexibility models that will shape the future of public education in Georgia. On February 26th, over 300 parents, guardians, and community representatives took advantage of this session to learn about the options, to ask questions, and to offer comments at our PAC. We are reviewing these comments and questions as we continue to review and consider the options. We're also considering updates received from the state regarding the options that could have an impact on our decision, and it's our hope to have a recommendation for the board's consideration in accordance to our timetable. February 6th, the district conducted its 24th annual Hear Our Voices speech competition. A total of 56 elementary, middle, and high school students from across the county participated. Following presentations, 11 talented scholars were declared the winners of this year's contest. Each winner will have his/her speech published in the official Hear Our Voices literary magazine and will attend the spring celebration and will record his/her speech to the air on CCPS Channel 24. Congratulations to these remarkable students. Congratulations also go out to Andrea Johnson, a sixth grader from Eddie White Academy. By finishing in the Georgia Association of Educators district-level spelling bee held this past Saturday at Sequoia, Andra has punched a ticket to the next level of competition. The state spelling bee will be held later this month at Georgia State, and best of luck to Andra. Good luck is also extended to 17 students from Babb Middle School who are members of the school's Family, Career, and Community Leaders of America chapter. At regional star competitions held this weekend, the students earned trips to state-level competitions in 7 different categories. Each team who entered from Babb will compete at the Georgia State Star events that will be held in Athens later this month. We wish these middle school students well as they continue in this process. 3 Stilwell School of Art students earned honors in the Georgia Scholastic Art and Writing Awards. The Scholastic program is the nation's longest-running, most prestigious recognition initiative for creative teens and the largest source of scholarships for young artists and writers. Stilwell students are Kyla Shepard, who earned an honorable mention, Fatima Jackson, who earned a silver key, and Vong Mai, whose artwork won a gold key. By earning a gold key, Vong's work will be entered in the National Scholastic Art Competition, and we wish him the best of luck. Continuing with the visual arts, Clayton County Public Schools has 2 students that will have artwork in the Atlanta High School Art Exhibition. Works of art by Jessica Mendoza, a junior from Drew High School, and Fatima Jackson, a senior from Stilwell of the Arts, were chosen to be part of 150 pieces in the exhibition. The exhibition works were selected from a field of more than 760 submissions. The Atlanta High School Art Exhibition is a juried art show and competition culminating at the annual Atlanta Dogwood Festival. We congratulate these fine artists for their accomplishments. And finally, we congratulate all of our schools' basketball programs for a season well played. But we'd like to offer a special salute to 2 teams who played their way to their respective Final Fours. Forest Park Panthers, Forest Park Lady Panthers. We'd like to say congratulations to their players and coaches, for they are to be commended for an outstanding season. Let's applaud their efforts. And to the Jonesboro High School Cardinal boys basketball team, we will play Carrollton High School on Thursday, March 5th, at the Macon Coliseum for the Georgia High School Association 4A State Championship. The Cardinals, coached by Dan Mayhem, boast a record of 31-1 and are currently ranked by Max Preps as one of the top 10 basketball teams in the nation. This is the second time they will be going for the state championship, back to back. And we congratulate them and we wish them the best of luck as they seek to win back to back 4A state championships. And Madam Chair, this concludes my report.
Thank you, Madam Superintendent. That was quite a list this evening, quite a list. Board members, next for our consideration is the consent agenda, which includes the purchasing report, the financial report, the SPLOST 4 revenue report, personnel changes report, SPLOST construction update, and the summer food services program. We discussed these at our work session last week, so the floor is open for a motion in regard to the consent agenda. Dr. Anderson.
Madam Chair, I make the motion that we accept the consent agenda.
And I need a second. Ms. Johnson? I have a motion and a second. Board members, would you vote your pleasure regarding the consent agenda? And the motion passes with 5 votes in favor and 2 in opposition. Thank you so much. Next, we have the business agenda for action. Board members, if you remember, we discussed at length the GSB legislative positions, and we decided we needed some time to work on some changes that we wish to make. So that has been added as part of the legislative update on our upcoming retreat. So if it's okay with you, we will not take action on that this evening. If you would like to have discussion, we certainly may, but we'll hold the action until we have time to create some changes that we feel are important. Ms. Gorey?
When we discussed this last week, Mr. Doyle was saying something. Will you be offering like a, I guess, legal perspective, or what would you be doing?
Well, at the retreat, we'll be discussing legislation in general, but separate from that, my offer was just to help craft a language that is acceptable to you all. So that'll be up to you. And then Dr. Adamson and I had some discussion about it. I'm going to need guidance from you guys, though, on what should go in there.
Okay.
The next agenda item really doesn't need to be delayed. It doesn't require discussion, just a vote, but this particular item asks that you appoint your chair and vice chair as the delegate and alternate for the GSBA Delegate Assembly at the conference this summer. So the floor is open for a motion regarding your pleasure in that matter. Ms. Johnson?
I make a motion that Dr. Anderson and Dr. Adamson are our representatives to this meeting at the summer conference.
Thank you. Is there a second to that, Ms. Gorey? Okay, and board members, if you would vote your pleasure. And the motion passes with 6 votes in favor and 1 in opposition. Thank you so much. We'll try to do you proud. The last thing on our agenda is the resolution calling for a special election to fill the vacant seat that we have on the board for District 9. We must approve a resolution that goes to our election offices, and our council has been working with Annie Bright to craft the resolution so that the verbiage would be appropriate for what she needs it to be, and we think that was accomplished this afternoon. I sent it to you this afternoon as soon as I got it, board members, but I certainly am in favor of calling a 5-minute recess, if you like, for you to review that. Are there those that would like the 5-minute recess before? It's a simple, for those of you out there, it just simply says, hey, y'all, we need an election. Can we go ahead with this thing? That's basically what the resolution says. Well, if no one needs more time, then I'm ready for a motion to accept this resolution that you have before you, calling for a special election. Ms. Gorey?
I move that we accept the resolution for the special election.
And do I have a second for that, please?
I
Dr.
second
Anderson?
the motion.
Okay, Ms. Burrows got there, all right. So, board members, if you would vote your pleasure. And it is unanimous. Thank you so much. We have no recommendations coming forth from executive session, And therefore, we have concluded all the business on our agenda, and this meeting is adjourned.